Hello everyone, welcome to your Mother's Day reading. Sorry, I'm just fixing my camera stand holder thing. What's my hair doing? Okay, anyway. Happy Mother's Day. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I appreciate it. So, yeah, being that Mother's Day is upon us, I thought I would just pull a few cards, see what we have coming up for this week ahead, right? We're gonna start with the Energy Oracle deck. Okay, so you guys see that. And I pulled out several decks, and I even got some more behind me, and I'm just gonna pull as I go along, kind of see what comes up, see what we need to know right now. I love it. I feel like pulling 3 from this deck. Okay, interesting. All right, number 44, woman holding a heart. So yes, a whole lot of love is around you, though some of you may not, I want to say see it or believe it, like believe that love is around you, that love is actually there. And I feel that's and the reason I say that is because of the other 2 cards. These 3 cards go together so well. The second card, broken heart. And that's why I say you're not seeing the love that's actually there. You're allowing your ego to dictate how your relationship should go, how your love life should go, whether you are single or in a relationship. You're allowing your ego to dictate, and I feel for some of you, this may not apply to all, but I feel for some of you, this stems from your upbringing, that you learned, certain things as a kid into adulthood, about people and relationships and how you think they should be and how they should not be. And that is actually, I do feel it's very ego-based. It's based out of fear, out of, I'm seeing the words pity and woe is me. I'm not really too sure on why I'm picking up on that, but I feel that, like, if you're in a relationship, you have the love around you. It's just, maybe it's developing slower than you would like it to. Maybe your divine counterpart isn't doing or saying what you think they should be doing or saying in regards to you and just certain situations that you guys are in. Maybe they're not responding in the way you think they should because maybe you would respond that way. And I say all that because that is all ego-based. And, a true love, a true divine union, divine sacred union between 2 people, it will pull at your insecurities, that's for sure. It will trigger you, but that's not a bad thing to be triggered. Triggers are there to actually help you realize what needs to be healed. Okay, I don't get worried about triggering people. I really don't. I know I see a lot. I take part in a lot of different Facebook groups, and a lot of people are like, trigger warning, and don't say things. There's rules like don't say things if you think it's going to trigger people. I don't believe in any of that, because triggering, like, yeah, it makes you feel uncomfortable or upset or whatever, but it's there to show you, like, that's what you need to work through. That's what needs to be healed. You need to figure out where that stems from. Because once you figure out the root of a problem, then you can figure out the solution. The solution just magically appears. But so in regards to love, I mean, these cards are definitely all about love. I feel your divine counterpart maybe is not showing up the way you think they should be showing up. So with that, you need to have patience. See, I told you how all 3 of these cards go together. All 3. They really do. Kind of like a past, present, future, if you will. all right? And you need to bring this patience into the present so it continues into the future. Let me just mention the numbers because sometimes numbers stick out to people. Woman holding a heart is 44 or an 8. 8 is also a symbol of abundance, and it's also the infinity symbol sideways, right? Relates to the laws of karma. What goes around comes back around, but there's an abundance. There's a nice positive karmic factor with this. 9. Nines do usually signal like endings of a phase. Ones are usually beginnings. So I'm not saying like, oh, you and another are going to be ending and separating. That to me, this actually feels like a phase of your life is going to be ending. Like, or if you're in a relationship, then it's like you guys are going to be moving on to the next level. If you're not in a relationship, to me, it's like your singledom is going to start to turn into coupledom, okay? So if that makes sense. So I feel like phases of your life is ending. I feel like old patterns that you have are gonna end as well. Beliefs, what have you. You're shedding the old you. I was speaking with someone over a week or so ago and talking to them how people, and this reminds me of the movie Shrek, how people are like onions. And maybe I said this in a past video, but it's true. We all have layers. We have multiple layers. So I feel that you are shedding some of those layers, okay? Especially if the number 9 sticks out to you. 16 or a 7. 7's a very lucky number. So I feel like know that if you have patience in regards to your love life, whether you're single or in a relationship, if you have patience, luck is going to be on your side. You're going to achieve everything you actually truly desire, okay? So I want you to keep that in mind. I love these cards. I really do. Don't let this second one, broken heart, scare you. Don't let it. I look at this because if you look at this, the heart is not broken. Like it's not separated, right? You don't see like the space in between. I look at this like, okay, yes, maybe you're shedding tears. Shedding layers calls for shedding tears. Healing, if you're doing a lot of healing work, healing is messy. Healing is messy. Nothing clean about it. All right? You just gotta feel all the feels. You have to feel it to heal it. But I look at this as like it's still there. It's just okay. It has a little bit of a crack, a little bit of a scar, if you will. This heart itself looks like it's got some battle scars. Good. That means you've loved. That means you've loved deeply, and hopefully that means you have learned a thing or two. And by that I mean hopefully you have not learned like how to sabotage. That's not a good thing to learn. Maybe that's a layer you need to get rid of. But so it's not like separated. It actually is together. All right. I like these cards. I really do. Have more patience. For some of you, I do feel July, August is going to be really great for you. That's sticking out to me. In regards to love, the summer, despite what is going on in the world right now, the summer is going to be good to you. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, what other, let me see. I've got a few decks out here. I have the Fairy Forest. Okay, so I'm going to pull a few, see what else we need to know, or just see if there is anything else that needs to go along with that, or what have you. 3 cards for this one as well. And I'm just asking for guidance. Number 3, great. See, I'm going to say the numbers. Number 3, great number. Sorceress, rituals, power, will. I like this a lot. So I get 2 different things with this. 2. One, because if you're looking at this, like this nature, well, this whole deck is full of nature and fairies, but you see nature all around her. Like she's out in among the trees and plants and whatnot. So I feel right now, even though at the moment a lot of us are still in quarantine, that does not mean you can't be outside. You can be outside, like be outside. I feel a lot of people need to do that right now. You need to be out in nature. Nature is so healing. I can't even describe to you how healing it is. Get out there if you can around grass, barefoot. Again, you need to center yourself. You need to ground yourself. It's also going to help build your own inner strength and power because you're going to be more balanced and grounded. Okay? When you're grounded, when someone is grounded, they're really in their power. They really are. They're able to move mountains and manifest what have you. Because when you're not grounded, you're scattered. You're all over the place. And there's nothing really tangible for you to hold on to. But when you're grounded and centered, you're able to produce magic. Now, that leads to the second thing I was getting with this, is like the magic is the ethereal realm, spiritual realm, just this whole realm that I'm in. I feel some of you are really, in the past couple months, has really pushed you onto this or just further into this path, becoming just more spiritual, more open. A lot of you are having like an awakening, if you will, all necessary for your growth. Beautiful, beautiful. I will say spiritual awakenings are also a little messy. They're usually preceded by like a tower card moment. Things may seem, out of order, this chaos, what have you. But I feel this has really pushed you guys onto like a spiritual path, a spiritual journey. So embrace it. Embrace it. A lot of changes are ahead, but it's wonderful changes. Okay, 19 or a 1, it reduces down to a 1. We have the trickster, deceit, betrayal, guile. Oh, a little bit of a glare. Sorry about that. Not as bad as usual. So actually, what I get with this is not that people around you are actually deceiving you. They're not. See, I'm focused on, like, she's got like a whole lot going on above her head. Like there's just her headdress or whatever I want to call it. It's a whole lot of stuff. And I feel a lot of you, that's what's happening. You guys are overanalyzing, overreacting, just over a lot of stuff, overstressed. And it's a whole lot of mental stress. So I feel like that's where the deceit is coming in from. That's where the betrayal is coming in from, because a lot of that is your ego. Your ego is there to protect you, right? So like you don't get hurt and stuff like that. And sometimes, okay, yeah, that's good. But honestly, not that necessary. Because you're meant to learn. You're meant to learn from everything you ever go through. So I feel though, it's like you're deceiving yourself. You're allowing your ego and your thoughts and, well, what if this person is doing this? I haven't talked to them in a day or two. Or what if my boss doesn't think I'm doing a great job? Like he hasn't said like, good job. Like to me, it's like you're creating scenarios that just don't exist. And a lot of them, they're not gonna exist. You are doing a lot of the deceit, a lot of the betrayal, okay? You're creating it, not someone else. 35 or another 8, the life bringer, establishment, growth, did I spell it? Establishment, growth and fulfillment. Oh, that is coming in for a lot of you. Why can't I ever get, these cards are shiny, that's why. So yes, she also still has a pretty big headdress, but it looks more organized. Looks a lot more organized than this one. Does it not? So, at least I think it does. Also with this is a lot of green in this card. Green is very healing, relates to the heart chakra. Green also means growth. Green also means nature, okay? But green means growth. That's what you're seeing right now, at least up here in the Northern Hemisphere where it's spring, so everything is blooming. But the life bringer kind of coming, I'm seeing the words coming back to life. I feel that's how it's going to be for a lot of people, that between like now and like the end of June, coming out of this quarantine, we're coming back to life. Okay. This is great. And I feel like this week, from Mother's Day, what is it, the 10th to the 16th or something like that? you're going to sense this sort of growth and fulfillment. You're going to sense it before it even fully comes. I love that. Oh my God, I absolutely love that. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. All right. La, 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 la. That don't go there. No, I'm going to stick with these cards. Okay. So I'm going to pull from the Blessed Bee deck. I feel like only 2 cards from this deck. 35 or another 8. Oh my Lord. Yo, 8s are a good number. Abundance is coming for a lot of you if it hasn't already. A blessing to bring clarity. Yes. What I actually also feel with this is, because I've talked, with a bunch of you over the past few weeks, a lot of people are saying like they having really vivid dreams, myself included. For whatever reason, this morning I dreamt of the actor Chris Evans. Really weird. I'm still trying to decode that one. But I feel like pay attention to your dreams if you're able to. Or even if just you don't really remember the dream. Oh, sorry, my ear feels a little like blocked right now. If you don't really remember a dream, but maybe you wake up remembering like how you feel, write that down. To me, I get this sense that a lot of you are really opening yourself up. This is part of your spiritual awakening. If this resonates with you, your dreams are going to be crazy, okay? And it's part of your awakening. It's kind of like, because when you're sleeping, you're basically getting downloads, all right? And it goes into your subconscious. Some stays into your conscious, and that's fine. But most are in your subconscious, okay? So what you need to know right now will be in your consciousness. But clarity is really coming in for you guys, especially in regards to matters of love. I'm looking at this crystal ball right at her heart center. So any questions, any doubts, uncertainty you have had in regards to you and another, those will go away. This is wonderful. I also feel, actually, is there even a bird in this photo? There are, okay, down here. I thought there was one higher, but technically 2 birds looking opposite directions. But what I actually get, okay, so I get a couple things. Messages, good news coming in for some of you, especially this week, over the next few days. Some of you though, and this is because of where this is at on her body. If you look, lower abdomen, pelvic area. Some of you may be expecting or will be expecting very soon. Baby on the way for some of you, okay? If that's not something you want right now, then just realize that, okay, right now you're very fertile. So take necessary steps. The next card we have here is a 40 or 4, which 4s are really good at, the 4s generally mean like stability, security, building a foundation. 4s are a great number. A blessing to ease loneliness and bring companionship. Yes. So, oh, okay, I'm trying to balance my elbows on the desk here. So, if some of you have been wanting love, it's coming in for you. Yeah. And for those of you who just has been feeling restless, who just feels out of sorts and just, stuck and whatnot, I'm seeing like talking it out with a friend. Go and do that. It's okay to do that. Don't feel like you're going to be a burden. You're not going to be a burden. Vent if you need to. Call up a friend and be like, can you please give me just like 3 minutes to vent? Vent. There is just this sense of getting things off your chest, which helps to ease the loneliness you may feel right now. Okay? But you have a support system around you. And I need to say that. I need to say that a few times. You have a support system around you. All right, do you hear that? You have a support system around you. Start repeating that. Start saying, I have a support system around me. All right? Because you do. You do. I love that. Love it. Okay. So, There's two other decks here that I want to use. I'm just going to pull one card from the Psychic Tarot, and then I'm going to pull a card or two from the Power of Love and end it with this deck, which I thought was very appropriate for Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, human and animal alike. Happy Mom Day. All right, what do we need? That wants to, I love it. Number 3, rejoice in celebration. So this actually goes with the card I basically just said. Where is it? I just put it down. This one, to ease the loneliness and like reaching out to people. This is like your confirmation, like, yes, it's okay to do that. It's okay to talk to others about whatever it is you're going through, whatever you're feeling, whatever you need to get off your chest. Don't worry about it. They're there for you. All right. And for this, I'm very much drawn towards the month of June. So next month. I know when I started this reading, I said, oh, let's see what's coming up for this week. Well, a lot of it's you need to know stuff for what's coming up for May to June. Don't be afraid to reach out to people. All right. On a completely side note, so this is not going to resonate with everyone, but for those of you that it does. So I'm drawn to the green in this photo and the cup as well. But to me, it's coming across more as like a physical health thing, that like there may be someone who maybe is drinking a little too much or is just ingesting something that, you know, should only be ingested in moderation. Okay, there's a bit of an excess. So whoever that applies to, whoever that resonates with, temper it, pull it back a little bit. Okay, don't want to cause any issues. All right. Side note, and this is also because I actually just I gave a reading earlier today. Don't pour from an empty cup. If you're so used to doing for others, you need to pull back and start doing for you. Don't pour from an empty cup because you're going to burn out. All right? And moms in general, that is something you guys need to understand. Take care of yourself first, if you can, so that you can be well to take care of your family. I don't know. All right. The Power of Love. There's no numbers with these cards. Purpose. You possess the determination and dedication to consciously demonstrate love. Yep. Now this card relates back to the very beginning with the 3 cards, with the woman holding the heart, broken heart, patience, or whatever. Don't be afraid to give love. You're going to get it back in return. And your purpose, especially in regards to like a divine sacred union between like your divine feminine self and the divine masculine self, the purpose there is love, is to know love, is to understand love, is to be love. All right? Let's see. Release. You have the ability to give over unwanted energies to the loving forces of the universe. Let go of old shit that no longer serves you. Okay? Like, just let it go. Or just let things be. But I had said earlier about everyone being onions and the layers are being shed and released. This is basically just another way of saying it. Okay? Also because of the blue, it's relating to the throat chakra. It's all about communication. Don't be afraid to speak what you feel in your heart and in your gut, okay? To whomever. It doesn't matter what it's in regards to, whether it's work, love, family, whatever. Don't be afraid to speak what's in your heart. Okay? Let's do one more. Individuality. You leave your unique stamp of love on everything you do. And I feel that's just a great affirmation for you to know. Okay? Individuality, you leave your unique stamp of love on everything you do. So I'm going to end the reading with that. That's a good note right there. So thank you all for tuning in. I totally appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful Mother's Day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.